Novak Djokovic, a name synonymous with relentless precision, unyielding spirit, and Grand Slam glory, now stands at a pivotal juncture in his storied career. Following a startling defeat at Roland Garros to Jannik Sinner, the Serbian maestro finds himself in unfamiliar territory, not just physically recovering but mentally realigning in the face of mounting doubts. The French Open loss wasn't just a loss on paper. It was a symbolic passing of the torch to the new generation, at least in the eyes of many. Sinner didn't merely win the match, he outclassed Djokovic in ways that stirred quiet whispers across tennis circles, whispers that questioned whether the king of resilience might be nearing the twilight of his reign. For a man who has built a legacy on silencing critics and toppling giants, Djokovic now finds himself cast as the questioned rather than the unquestionable. He's no stranger to adversity, but this time, it feels different. This time, the whispers have names, pedigrees, and legacies of their own. Enter Patrick Mouratoglou, a coach whose insights into the mental game are both revered and feared. Mouratoglou didn't mince words. He questioned Djokovic's current mindset, suggesting that the Serbian's aura of invincibility may be cracking. According to him, there's a psychological shift, a certain acceptance of defeat that never existed before. Djokovic, in his prime, was a fortress of belief. He would stare down break points, hostile crowds, and daunting deficits with a smile that said, "I'm not done." But Mouratoglou raised a chilling possibility. What if Djokovic is starting to believe in others more than he believes in himself? Former professional Luke Saville added fuel to the fire. Speaking with the perspective of a player who's witnessed the evolution of modern tennis up close, Saville suggested that Djokovic's once infinite reservoir of confidence may be drying up. He hinted at something more fragile, more human behind Djokovic's determined facade. And then there's the inevitable comparison, the eternal triangle of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. The big three redefined tennis. They didn't just play, they performed symphonies of athletic grace and strategic genius. Yet as Federer has retired and Nadal contemplates the end, Djokovic is the last man standing, but even he may be staggering. Saville's observations reflect this. While Federer departed with grace and Nadal with humility, Djokovic's struggle seems messier, more public, more contested. It's not just about his body, it's about the belief system that made him a champion. But this is Novak Djokovic we're talking about. The same man who came back from 2 sets down in Grand Slam finals. The man who withstood booing crowds and impossible odds. The man who made history not just once, but repeatedly. There are still believers. Jack Sock sees the glass not just half full, but brimming. For Sock, Djokovic's mastery on grass remains unparalleled. Wimbledon, a surface that rewards elegance, balance, and experience, could be the perfect theater for Djokovic's resurgence. Rick Macci, a sage of tennis wisdom, also weighs in. According to him, what Djokovic lacks in recent form, he can make up for in championship DNA. Macci believes that when the lights are brightest, Djokovic doesn't shrink, he soars. Jimmy Connors, a legend in his own right, knows a thing or two about fighting through generations. He believes that Djokovic's narrative is far from complete. For Connors, the greats never fade, they adapt, they evolve, and when necessary, they resurrect. Andy Roddick echoes the sentiment. He remembers the Djokovic who turned defense into offense, who rewrote the playbook of endurance and elasticity. Roddick believes that Djokovic may be down, but never out. Still, the road to redemption is riddled with obstacles. Wimbledon is no longer just Djokovic's playground. The young guns are no longer hopefuls, they're contenders. Sinner, Alcaraz, Rune, these aren't the future. They are the present. And they're not intimidated. Sinner's victory wasn't a fluke. It was a statement. Alcaraz, the reigning Wimbledon champion, has already shown he can beat Djokovic on the grandest stage. The aura that once repelled challengers is now being tested by fearless newcomers. For Djokovic, the pressure is both external and internal. The weight of expectations, the looming shadow of history, and the realization that each Grand Slam might be the last chance to etch another record, it all builds into a silent storm within. What does Djokovic have left? The serve is still venomous. The return, still surgical. The movement, though slightly dulled, remains better than most. But the question is no longer about physicality. It's about fire. Does Djokovic still burn for this? Does he still dream in majors? Does he still rise at dawn with purpose and sleep with hunger? The Wimbledon grass will reveal more than his tennis, it will reveal his truth. The crowd will be watching. Some will cheer, some will hope for an upset. Many will simply marvel at a man chasing immortality with every swing. Djokovic's every move will be dissected, every grimace analyzed, every celebration scrutinized. The Serbian star isn't just fighting opponents. He's fighting time, doubt, and the slow, cruel erosion of dominance. Every legend faces this moment, the point where legacy meets vulnerability. Federer had it. Nadal is living it. Now it's Djokovic's turn. But if there's one thing history has shown, it's that writing off Novak Djokovic is a fool's errand. He has risen from surgery, slumps, and scandals. He has turned adversity into fuel and pressure into propulsion. This Wimbledon could be his last stand, or his greatest encore. The tournament doesn't just offer a trophy. It offers redemption. It offers closure. It offers immortality. Djokovic knows this. And perhaps, knowing that time is running out may be exactly what ignites him. He's been here before, in spirit if not in situation. Against Federer in 2019, 2 match points down, center court ready to erupt, and yet, Djokovic silenced them. Not just the crowd, but history itself. He didn't just win matches, he stole destinies. He bent the arc of tennis history toward himself through sheer will. Now, in 2025, he stands on that familiar lawn once more. The lines still painted in chalk, the crowd still hushed in anticipation, and destiny once again uncertain. The question isn't whether Djokovic can win Wimbledon. The question is, can he still conjure that indescribable magic one more time? If he can, if he threads that narrow needle of belief, skill, and endurance, he may yet walk away with Grand Slam number 25. And if not, he will walk away still a legend. Still a warrior. Still the man who dared to defy every narrative thrown at him. Wimbledon will bear witness to a man fighting not just for a title, but for the right to remain part of the conversation he once dominated. And the world will watch. Because whether he wins or not,